So there's some kind of lawsuit between Viacom and YouTube, and Viacom owns Paramount, and Paramount put out Iron Man 2. So guess what, kids? This is a no-clip edition. Hi, I'm Eric Moline.
And I'm Trevin McGee from SceneStealers.com.
And we just saw Iron Man 2, and everybody's been expecting this movie for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's really excited about it.
Highly anticipated.
Mickey Rourke plays a crazy Russian who's been screwed over by the Stark family,
Yes.
who's never named, even though we named him earlier.
Ivan.
Ivan, yeah. And
crazy
Scarlett Johansson plays somebody that may be Black Widow. They don't really use that name either. No. What I like about this, actually, I'm just going to stop with the plot description completely and say I really enjoy the fact that they try to keep this grounded in some sort of reality. You know, these aren't really superheroes. It's about robot technology. It's about the privatization of the military. And instead of just having Tony Stark and Stark Industries, now we have Hammer, played by Sam Rockwell, Justin Hammer.
Incredible Sam Rockwell, by the way. Like he's great. He steals a lot of scenes in this movie.
He's really good at being slimy.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Being a just total jerk.
Yeah. What I liked about Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer in this movie is that he wants to be Tony Stark so bad. So instead of this movie where we have, you know, a bad guy and a good guy and it's really obvious, we've got Tony Stark again, who's this total egotist who has this big expo and all these people.
He's just a crazy person.
And then we have someone that wants to be him. And then in the middle is the United States government and a slimy senator played by Gary Shandling, who is also perfect.
Who is she?
She is from Legal, and she is potentially a very expensive sexual harassment lawsuit if you keep ogling her.
I need one of those. I need an assistant.
Other performances that are great, of course, Robert Downey Jr. He's still great as Tony Stark. The swagger, the attitude, it's really funny. Everything that he does works and makes sense within the character.
Let's talk about Mickey Rourke for a second, all right? He was we saw his big comeback in The Wrestler, an amazing performance, my favorite of the year. And now what we've done is we've put him into a revenge role where he speaks another language, and he honestly doesn't have that many lines. Was it you that told me that he didn't even read the rest of the script?
Yeah, no, he didn't need
He didn't need to.
He didn't need to.
I mean, it really was a one-note performance, and he did his job just fine. But I don't think that this is a fault of Mickey Rourke. I think this is the fault of the script.
A lot of comparisons are being made to the first one, and that this one is just a little not as good as the first one. I think it's just as good as the first one. I think the action's better. I think the cast is more fleshed out. I think that now that you've gotten the origin story out of the way, they're able to actually tackle a narrative. And that's what a lot of good superhero movies do. A lot of times the second one's better because the origin story's out of the way and they can just focus on the characters and the relationships.
Unfortunately, the origin story was better. The first movie had a really strong way of building suspense from scene to scene, and every scene built on the next one. And it just kept leading up to something, and it felt like this is an emotional experience as well as an action experience at the end. And again, this movie has a kind of a limited amount of action as compared to other superhero movies, which is one reason why I think it works better than most of them.
Did you model in Tokyo? Because she modeled in Tokyo.
Favreau's concentrating on character, so he may not have had plot this time. At least he has character, and on character alone, and Robert Downey Jr. We haven't talked enough about him. He's terrific again. I like the anti-hero thing. I'm giving this movie a solid rock fist up. After all that, I'm still giving it a solid rock fist up. This is still good entertainment. Slightly disappointed from the first one.
I'm going to give it a rock fist up as well. Strong, solid rock fist up. I thought it was great. I don't know what else to say. I think it's just as valid, just as much fun as the first one, and I can't wait to see it again.
If there was something between minor and solid rock fist up, that's where I would stick my two fingers, right in there.
I don't want to know where you're sticking your fingers.
That's where I'd put them.